I have 200 contacts in my phone. I'll call two of them, maybe. That number hasn't changed. Hey, I'm 41. I haven't texted a friend fast in years. Not a single time. I checked last week. Nothing. Last month. Nothing. Last year. Nothing. I don't know when it stopped. I just checked one day and it was already gone. 200 people. 2. If that number doesn't bother you, keep scrolling. If it does, you already know what this video is. 180 days a year. I'm somewhere else. Hotels, airport, meeting room. The other 180. Moving toward the next trip or recovering enough to go again. 6:22. Train every morning. Home around 10:30 at night, sometimes later. 2 kids, married. Both are true. Both feel further than they used to. My salary is 248,000 yen. After everything, 11,000 yen left. I have a side income, 25,000 yen. Most of it goes out again. That's a number. I stopped drinking 6 years ago. Doctor said stop. I stopped. Though something would change, not sure what I was expecting. People at work say I'm good with people. They say it often enough that I've stopped responding to it. Last Tuesday, I opened my contacts, scrolled all the way down, close it, open it again. 20 minutes later, close it again. 200 contacts, 2 people. I would actually call that kind of where we are. End of last year, I thought about messaging someone, former colleague, 6 years ago. Nothing bad happened. No argument. No last conversation I can find. I opened the app, found the name, started at it. I could have sent it. Typed nothing. Closed it. I didn't. An email came in. I answered the email. Forgot about the other thing. That's the whole story. There is something that happens when someone you haven't heard from in years messages you. First though isn't they are thinking of me. First though is what is this? Long pitch. A favor with a long setup. I don't have anything to ask for, but I don't want to be that message. The one someone opens and thinks, oh, this one. So I don't send it 30, 40 times by now. I don't know the exact number. That itself is a little uncomfortable. Last year, business trip to Hiroshima. Walked past a street I half recognized. Small bar used to be there. Went 6 or 7 times with someone from an old job. Different sign now, different name, different everything. Stood there about 30 seconds, though about sending, hey, that bar is gone. Open the app, close it, check the message history after. Last exchange 4 years ago. 5 lines total. I checked twice. Didn't believe the first number. No fight, no ending. The overlap just stopped. Neither of us noticed until it was already done. The bar is a ramen place now. I went in, ate alone. That part was fine. Do you still have people you message without a reason? Or did that also quietly stop? This week, I counted the message I opened and closed without sending. Not draft, just names I look at and put down. 8. 5 days. Same pattern every week. There is a contact I have had for 9 years. We were in the same office for 3 of those. Last message 2 years ago. He sent a file. I said, thank you. That's a full record. 200 contacts. 2 people I'd actually call. I'm sitting here counting the messages I didn't send. I checked my phone. Nothing there. Checked again. Same result. Left it on the desk. picked it up, unlocked it, didn't open anything, put it down. I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. Sometimes I think even if something came in, I wouldn't know what to do with it or what to say back. Still, I checked it again just now. Someone at work called me that communication monster, said it like a compliment. Maybe it was. I talk to people all day. Customers, teams, manufacturers, calls, emails, meeting rooms. I know when to talk, when to stop, which version of myself a situation needs. That's not the same as liking people. It's more like knowing the controls. That's when I noticed the difference. Dinner with colleagues. Last month, one person talked about sports for 2 hours. The others tracked it, laughed at the right parts. I tracked the structure. Who was engaged? Who was performing engagement? Who wanted to leave? 3 of us wanted to leave. I counted. I also counted the ceiling tiles. 11. Not sure when I started doing that. From outside the table we looked fine. Group of people. After work, relaxed. From inside, I was already somewhere else. Just a body still sitting there holding water. They said afterward I was great company. I said thanks. That's the right answer. For people I have worked with for years, eaten with them, traveled for work together. I don't have any of their personal contact information, just work channels. One left the company last year. We have messaged 5 times since. I still don't have his personal number. 5. I keep counting things. Not sure when that started. Friend isn't exactly wrong for these people. It's just not exactly right either. There's a version of easy that doesn't ask for anything. I'm good at that version. The version where something actually lands between people. I'd have to go back to find the last time. 2019, maybe. Someone messaged me this morning. Old contact. 3 years quiet. Hey, long time. First though wasn't good to hear from them. First though was, what is this? You ever get a message like that from someone you used to know? First though wasn't good, was it? Before I turned 30, I worked somewhere else. When someone above you poured you drink, you finish it. Not a sip, finish. No one explained it. You just knew. There was chugging, actual chugging. I was in that for a few years. Then the blackout started. Not every time, enough time. Wake up, ask whoever's nearby. Where did we go last night? They'd tell me. Hour later, I'd ask again. Same question. Didn't remember asking. I apparently broke things. Someone told me. I didn't ask for more detail. Doctor said, stop. I stopped. Expected something to shift. Work was the same. Commute was the same. The people were exactly the same. One thing removed. Nothing added. Nothing changed. The hours that used to have a shape, bar, stool, someone across from you became empty. I filled them with work. Or I sat there and looked at the wall until sleep was close enough. That was a transition. At 30, I understood something. The group at the bar wasn't friends. It was structure. A place to be at 9 p.m. At least the night had an end. When that ended, I needed another structure. Found work. Work was always open, always something moving. 6 years later, I am still using that structure. The people from those nights, I have some of their numbers. Haven't spoken to most of them in years. One sends a birthday message every year. Same format. I send one back. One message, one a year. The right answer, sent on time. Does your job do this? Not the drinking part, the other part, where work becomes the only thing that still has a shape, where you stop needing people because the schedule filled it. Maybe it's not Japan. Maybe it's just this age, this amount of responsibility. I don't know. I kept going anyway. I'm aware about 180 days a year. When I come back, the house is already running. Kids have their routines. My wife has her schedule. Things got figured out. I slot back in somewhere. Or, I don't post work. Communication at home is mostly what time do you land? Don't need dinner. Thursday, the kids have something. Short, practical, closed. I looked at the family that once did the same as the work chats. Same tone, same format, no loose end. That part stayed with me. I noticed, didn't say anything. There are days at home where I don't speak to anyone. Not a fright, not tension. I'm at the desk. Everyone else is somewhere in the house. Hours pass. I come back from a trip and I'm not certain who knew exactly when I landed. Not because anyone is cold. More like that information doesn't change how the days run. Last month, I came back from a 7-day trip. Kids were already in bed. My wife was on the couch reading. She looked up, said, "You are back." I said, "Yes," made some food, sat at the desk. Around midnight, she went to sleep. I kept working. Wednesday, same. Thursday, the same pattern. Sometimes I'm in the living room and I'm still 3 time zones behind, answering something from 6 hours ago. Present, but not really. My kids ask about my day sometimes. I answer while typing something else. I think I answer. I'm not always sure. How often are you actually present? Not in the room. Present. Phone down. Not thinking about the next thing. Just there. I'm asking because I'm not sure I know anymore. 6:22 train home around 10:30 at night. Sometimes later. Sometimes I don't check. I've done the math on the hourly rate. I don't recommend doing that. Salary 248,000 yen. After everything, 11,000 yen. The job doesn't have a clean description. Sales sometimes. Technical support sometimes. Problem owner for singing without an owner. Something breaks between teams. Long expectation. Nobody claimed it. It becomes mine. I fix it. Nobody announced it need fixing. That part never changed. Scope doesn't get smaller. Just a number. I know that. I stay anyway. 41 is a specific number. At 30, I changed companies. Took 2, 3 years to learn how things actually worked. Who mattered? Where decisions happened? What not to say and to who? None of that transfers. Leave now. New company, new rules, new invisible structure. Same things, different names. At 41, you have not negotiating from strength. I know that going in. 7 international trips this year. Actually, I didn't remember. About 60 days inside Japan for work. Around 90 emails a day. Someone asked last week if I liked my job. I said I'm good at it. They nodded like that was the same answer. Maybe It is 6:22 tomorrow. Same direction. I keep going. Not sure if that's discipline. Probably inertia. I made a list once, not on purpose, scrolling through contacts before a trip, thinking if something real went wrong, not work, not logistics, if something actually happened, who would I call? 200 names went through all of them, stopped at two, maybe two. Think about it for a second, not your text list. Not your DM, who you'd actually call. There's a number I haven't called in 40 months, still saved, still under the name I gave them when things were different. I don't know what we talk about now. It's not distance. The content is gone. We are both still here. Nothing is lagging between us anymore. Something went wrong last week. Not work, personal. First move was a phone, not a name, search bar, or the forum. Someone who had the same thing and wrote about it at 2 a.m. somewhere. Found an answer. It worked. Closed the tab, made some food, kept going. No one knew it happened. Not because I hid it, just there was no one to tell. Do you still have people you actually call? Not for help, not logistics, just to say something happened. If that number is smaller than 5 years ago, you don't need to explain why. It usually isn't one reason. I got 3 names once, checked again last week, 2, maybe. I picked up my phone 3 times, writing this, put it down each time. 200 contacts, 2 people. Technically, I have people, just not the current kind. Nothing happened, no moment, no decision. The friendships just seemed, then stopped. Messages turned into logistics. Logistics turned into a silence. Drinking ended. The hours didn't feel. I'm 41. 11,000 yen left at the end of the month. 2 people I'd actually call. I noticed the family message once. Read like work messages. Didn't say anything. None of it was decided. I used to think this was a Japan thing. The distance, the silence between people, the friendships just stopped. I'm not sure anymore. I talk to people from other countries, different sites, different jobs, same numbers, 200 contacts, 2 people. Maybe it's not where you live. Maybe it's just this age, this amount of work, this version of being an adult. I don't know. But if you are still watching, you probably counted too. I checked my phone twice in the last hour. Both times I already knew. Checked anyway. 6:22 tomorrow. Same train. Same seat probably. Someone across from me will be looking at their phone. So I will. Same number. Still working.
携定者大変失礼いたします。